Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are going to hope that this is going to be a nice, clean output now. You could film them if you want. I got a little help over here today. Frankie's going to help me out. He's on the camera tonight. Might as well give you guys a little bit of a look at the Big Fives as they're doing their qualifying runs here. It does look like we're getting a better continual video here with less lag, so that's great, folks. Please let me know if there's any issues in the chat. I'll try and keep an eye on the chat as much as I can. Mostly only going to be able to read the Facebook chat. Sorry about the folks on YouTube, but really hope you guys enjoy the show here. We should be underway in, I'm not quite sure, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, hopefully less. But you guys can enjoy some Montana Big Five Super Series here. Maybe let us know in the chat where you guys are watching from, who you guys are cheering for tonight, any predictions. There is another stream tonight, everybody, for racingamerica.com. So we're hoping we can run 2 streams simultaneously tonight. We're hoping the internet out here can hold us both. So that may be a reason and a little bit of a cause of the lag. So we'll hope everything is nice and smooth.
Last week, or 2 weeks ago, somebody took a raffle. That's good. And the 94 car, Ashton Cristiano. I should be singing. I also do musicals. My favorite musical is Gotta Be the Greatest Showman. But, you know, anytime Wolverine can sing, tickling at somebody, that's a moment right there. I love it.
Alright guys, just a quick update if anybody's joined and they're wondering what's going on. We're just watching the rest of the qualifying for the Montana Big 5 Super Series, these amazing late models. I think there's close to 30 here tonight if I'm not mistaken, and they're doing 100 laps before the Big Rig main later on tonight. So just so you know, that's what we're doing, and we're just waiting for the rest of the super lates here, and then the Big Rigs will be out on the track and qualifying.
Up a little bit, 14.767.
Sounds like that's our last one for qualifying tonight.
For our super lates, it looks like our big semi truck's coming out to qualify next.
It'll be great.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like I see the 05 up there. It's ready to go here. That's Dylan Swanstrom in the 05, the rebranded, the new truck. It is the old 12 that got destroyed last year. The only thing on that truck is the cab of the 12. Rest in peace, 12. We miss you. But Dylan Swanstrom is looking like he's about to get on the track here.
Beacon Tire out there, again, Silver Bullet Bar and Casino out there in between Columbia Falls and Preston. Big shout out to Nick and Theo. Thank you guys so much for everything you've done for us.
Treasure State Concrete, DJ Meats, WCC. S&S Customs out there, Pepsi. Can't go wrong with a nice cold Pepsi.
Absolutely.
Beacon Tire, what? Sunbelt Rentals, what else do we have out there? Chevy dealership, what's that, Missoula?
Yeah, they're the ones that have that Stingray car out
It's
there.
a beautiful car, man. But I'm taking the truck every day. You'd rate maybe one time. Maybe one time.
That's pretty fun.
I still really see it.
All right, once again, chat,
2 weeks ago, I think.
we are just waiting for the Big Rigs to head out for qualifying. I really hope the stream is going to hold up here. We do have another big stream by Racing America here tonight, so we're really hoping that the internet is going to be able to hold. Dylan Swanstrom is getting ready. Oh, nope, it's going to be Jagger Berdahl in the 26. Jagger Berdahl going out in the 26. That is the old 26, the classic 26. He is in the midst of building a new 26. He's racing out of Eckville, Alberta for DA Berdahl Racing. It's Jagger Berdahl in the 26. And it is not the new 26. We thought he was maybe going to have the 26 ready for today, but not to be.
Yeah, can you imagine? Big little we're looking out for your lungs, brother.
Then the cab of the truck hit me.
Yeah, that probably would hurt a little bit too. I'm thinking safety. You're really thinking safety there.
Jaeger Berdahl.
There goes Jagger. They get 2 warm-up laps, and then they go green-white checkered in qualifying, so they have 2 possibilities to get the fastest time possible.
What are we looking at on track time for these guys?
Haven't got one quite yet.
The computers are still tabulating, huh?
20.86.
We got a 20.861 for Jagger on the first lap there.
Normally get one warm-up lap. These are going to get 2.
Again, we cannot have any children out on the grass.
And a 20.760, so he does get a little bit faster on the second lap there, and now here comes Dylan Swanstrom in the 05 truck. This is pretty much a new truck. Like I said, all it has from the old 12 is the cab. Everything else is new. Let's see what Dylan Swanstrom has got for us. He's racing out of Olympia, Washington for NABRR Racing.
Next up in the 05, Dylan.
He was in that 12 truck in that insane crash at Evergreen in the number 12. And then he returned to Tenino, Washington at South Sound Speedway and won the main event in the number 17. That was a really fun storyline last season. It was his first big rig win ever.
I was thinking logging truck, you know, Montana. Definitely a different kind of sound than hobbies are super late.
And by the way, Jager and Dylan, both their sponsors are Diamond Beef Services, Hellbound Services, Eckville ATB Financial, and West Country Glass. Looks like Dylan Swanstrom did a 21.634 on the first lap there. Let's see what he gets on this second lap here. Let's see what he's got as he comes across the line. 21.473. So about 0.7 slower than Jager Berdal. Here comes the number 13 of Corey Ripper Ripplinger.
Number 13, driven by Corey Ripplinger.
He's racing out of Calgary, Alberta for Lucky 13 Racing. He's in a 1958 Kenworth Needle Nose. What a classic truck. See what Ripper's got for us today. He's had quite a bit of practice on this track already, so.
Racing for 25 years. He is a vet.
As you just heard on the announcer, he has been racing for over 2 decades. Over 25 years, in fact. Third place finish in points last year.
I know I had a younger sibling, so it was fun to sibling rivalry with your parents and their kids.
His sponsors are Terrell and Herb Schmidt Diesel, Victory Truck and Equipment, Boss Lubricants, and Ward Tire. See what he's got for us on the first. He takes the top spot, 20.335. See what he's got for us on the second lap here. See if he can top that. And he does. 20.229. So as of right now, Corey Ripplinger in first and 13. Here comes his son and president of NABRR, Brady Ripplinger, in the 91.
He looks like he might have air conditioner in. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he was ripping around the track earlier today, so I'd be surprised if he's not going to qualify now.
Ripplinger Motorsports. He came in second in the point standings last year. He had a really consistent season. He did have some struggles too. Put himself into the wall in State Line in the first race of State Line there last year. He replaced the engine. It was a little bit banged up with another 8V92 Detroit diesel this year. He said it's feeling really great, and he's calling it a hot rod right now. So I'm expecting some pretty fast times out of Brady tonight. Let's see what he's got. As we get the green, here he goes for his first lap. Brady would like to thank his sponsors as well: Victory Truck and Equipment, Ward Tire, Terrell Schmidt, Boss Lubricants, and Superior Power Products. Here he comes for the first lap.
Brady jumping up.
We got a 19.333.
19.3.
Almost a full second ahead of his dad there. Let's see what he's got for us on the second lap here.
Racers out there, these things going back and forth.
I think we're keeping the first lap, ladies and gentlemen. 19.333. He sits on top at the moment. As we get the 2024 points champion, Cole Wiesner, in that number 11. He is your reigning defending champ. He's racing out of Calgary, Alberta, in a 2000 Freightliner Classic for Elite Diesel Racing. Newly coined racing team as him and Mitch, his protege Mitch, they'll both be racing under that banner. Yes, he did replace his AB92 with a Cat, if you just heard. He's looking to put down way more power this year, so we'll see what he's got here as he gets the green. He had an amazing 2024 season, everybody. 3 main event wins, 1 second, 1 third, 4 A heat wins. Fastest qualifier, 7 out of 8 races last year. Let's see if he's going to do it again tonight. As he sits at 20.626. So he sits in 3rd place right now. Let's see if he's got a little bit more on this second lap here.
Now, what's the purpose? I kind of know the purpose. I'm kind of being a little bit,
He is looking for his 4th points championship to take the to etch his name in NABRR history on his own. What did he run there? He ran a 20.421, so he sits in 3rd place as we get Darren Burdall coming out in that 00.
You're not hitting the 3-wheel motion or the 2-wheel motion?
He is racing out of Eckville, Alberta for Hellbound Racing. And that is actually, unfortunately, a typo there. That's my apologies. It's actually a 1963 Peterbilt 60 series. He's got the eyeballs on the side, signifying the 00 here. He's a man of few words and does all his talking on the track, and he's never afraid to send it on the outside. So, over 25 years of experience in big rigs racing. So, let's see what he's got here.
First lap. Some of those spoilers I've noticed are a lot higher than the others. Is that just because of the way the cab is constructed?
Quite exactly sure the placement of both.
Let's see, Darren on his first lap, a 20.463. That puts him in 4th place. Let's see if he's got a little bit quicker of a time here on this second lap.
Earlier on the Hobbies and the Legends, they were taking that corner line wide over there in turn 1.
And it looks like we're going to keep the first lap, ladies and gentlemen. 20.463. That means he sits in 4th at the moment.
1, 2, 3. There's 4 of them in the 20s, and there's 1 in the 21. So they're all running about.
And that is 6 trucks. Unfortunately, Ronnie and Gino were just a little bit late getting here tonight. So they will be qualifying, I believe, after opening ceremonies, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, CR Flagger is moving back into his original position.
Yeah, sounds like we have a couple of legends that are going to qualify.
And now we're just going to take a little bit of a break here, everybody. We will be having opening ceremonies. I think we'll just keep the stream live because the Trophy Dash will commence immediately after the opening ceremonies.
Here, we got a couple more big rigs that are going to join the club.
Oh.
But one of them is going to get a safety lap. And then the other is going to come out, but we've got a couple of other racers just kind of getting in late to the show. Now, what would make you late to the? What would make you late? Just malfunctions? Maybe there's something you got to work on your car to get it. Yeah.
It could be
All kinds of different things.
plethora of things. It just depends who you are. Some guys get in at the last minute. And it could be like it could be a
All right, so while we wait, let's just review the first 6 big rigs and their best lap here. We got a 19.333 from Brady Ripplinger in the 91. He's in the top spot at the moment. Second place in qualifying is Corey Ripplinger. Ripper in the 13. He ran a 20.229, so 0.896 seconds behind Brady Ripplinger. Brady Ripplinger running quite a bit faster than everybody else so far. Then we got Cole Wiesner in the number 11 there. He's in the 3rd spot with a 20.421. Darren Berdahl comes in 4th place in the 00 with a 20.463. Really close with Cole there. Jager Berdahl in the number 26 comes in the 5th spot with 20.760. And Dylan Swanstrom holds the bottom spot for now. We will see. We should be able to get Gino and Ronnie, like I said, out here. I think after opening ceremonies is the plan. They should be ready to go by then. And until then, it looks like we're going to get a couple legends out for a bit here.
The reason why I'm bringing that up is because I was going through some of the stuff earlier today, and I found the audio cable playing the Radio Shack memories, how they linger.
And so we will be kind of taking a little bit of a break here right now, everybody, but we will keep the stream live. Opening ceremonies will begin probably in about 5 minutes once these legend cars get off the track, unless they're planning to send Ronnie and Gino out there. It looks like actually I see Ronnie over there getting ready to line up, so it looks like he's actually going to come out here after this legend, possibly. All right, they're going to send out one more legend. And then it looks like Ronnie in the 71 is ready to go.
Once again, we're back to that one practice lap, and then we start the qualification. That is not a seagull. That is an osprey.
Chris with a 17.1.
We've definitely turned 17 seconds and 20 seconds from the semis. Definitely a little bit of a speed difference.
Absolutely. 19. Chris with Tyler Corcoran.
If you guys do notice any lag with the stream, please let me know. We're going to try and keep it nice and good. We do have another stream going tonight with RacingAmerica.com as they're filming the Big 5 Super Series. So we're all hoping that everything goes off without a hitch here. And if you notice something is wrong with the stream, please let me know and I'll try and figure it out going forward.
Run up 16.553.
We should have another semi coming out of there here in a few moments. And well, we got a minute. Make sure you get down there and check out the delicious food coming out of our snack shop. And then we've got the Bear Garden. We've got pizza. We've got, I know I saw the hollows over there. Was there any other food trucks or just that one? Oh, Girl Scout cookies. Nice. Nick, we got to come out of there. You're on the hoodie.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Ronnie in the 71.
Somebody said Tidbits. Oh, man, I don't know what they're called. Look at that guy. 71.
71.
Look at that tail.
Yeah, the Army National Guard.
Ronnie's racing out of Calgary, Alberta for Heavy Metal Motorsports. He's in a 1979 Mac R700. Finished last year sweeping the last day of the year at Pagara Speedway, winning the Trophy Dash, A-Heat, and main event. So he's, his most recent memories are winning. So we'll see what he's got tonight. Ron Singer, over 2 decades of big rig racing experience under his belt. Here he goes on his first qualifying lap. So we got for the first lap. He's sitting in 5th spot at 20.745 for his first lap. 5th place behind Darren. Let's see if he can get a little bit quicker of a time as he's coming around 4. Looks like we're going to keep the first lap, everybody. 20.745. And we got his teammate, Gino Howe, racing in a Calgary, Alberta. Heavy Metal Motorsports, 1976 Mac R700. It was converted from an R600 years back. Gino had some serious power last year. He was in contention all year. He's been racing for about a decade now as well. Gino had some really good performances in that 70 truck. Definitely got some serious power in that thing. Let's see what he's going to put down here.
Motorsports. Just want to say thank you to Ward Tire. Ward Tire is the sponsor for tonight's Big Race Racing. They're one of the sponsors there for taking that show on the road. So
here comes Gino. His first qualifying lap. He's going to be in 3rd spot, 20.334, just behind Corey Ripplinger. Put down a really good time there. Let's see what he's got on the 2nd lap here. See if he can get into that top spot.
Don't sleep on it. That was a pretty good movie.
He's actually, let's see. It looks like we're going to keep the first. Yep, we're going to keep the first lap. 20.334, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
So that means, unofficially, of course, the A-Heat coming later on will feature Brady Ripplinger, Corey Ripplinger, Gino Howe, and Cole Wiesner. We've definitely had those A-Heats last year between those 4, so that should be a really good A-Heat. 12-lap heat races tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And that means the B-Heat will have Darren Berdahl, Ron Singer, Jager Berdahl, and Dylan Swanstrom. Not entirely sure what they have planned for the Trophy Dash, but they will either choose the slower or faster heats, and those 4 drivers will have a little Trophy Dash after the opening ceremonies here. So now it looks like we are going to be heading into opening ceremonies, so we'll let the announcers do their thing. Hopefully you guys can hear them and everything. And then we will be heading into the Trophy Dash. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching.
All right, and if you notice, everybody's getting set up out there. My partner in crime, Nick, is going down to find some folks we've got some national anthem, and we're going to sing the Canadian anthem tonight. So we've got a wonderful gentleman who's going to be singing that for us tonight. Racing time is about to begin. As you've looked on your watch, time up here in the tower is 7:07. Hey, that's pretty good. Started here in just a little bit as everybody gets lined up. I want to say thank you to our first responders that are out there tonight, Ronan Ambulance, providing care for those folks that need. So be sure you're drinking plenty of water. Speaking of safety first, because we would hate to have to come find you because you're passed out because you haven't drinking enough water. Make sure you're drinking water. Plenty of. We'll get started here in just a few moments. And you're going to direct your attention when we're ready down there to the Weyerhaeuser flag stand down there where Nick will be with our friend that's going to be singing our anthems tonight. Still got plenty of time to go grab yourself a delicious treat from the Snack Shack.
While we have a sec, ladies and gentlemen, we might as well take a little look at the schedule coming up. Next weekend, we are in Mode Stadium, State Line Speedway, Post Falls, Idaho. Should have 10 trucks with Ashley Creed in the 15 returning. She's our 2023 points champion. So that'll be very cool to have her back. We're all very excited about that. I think it's been something like 7 or 8 years since Cole and Ashley have faced off against each other, because Cole was not racing in 2023, and before that it was the COVID times, the dark times. Anyways, end of June, 28th and 29th, we're at Alberta Diesel Day. Brad Torque Raceway in Edmonton, Alberta. If you guys are in the area, come on down. There's going to be drag racing, show and shine, a bunch of insane diesel machines doing their thing. The world record holder for quarter mile in a semi-truck is also going to be there. They're going to have some insanely fast semi-trucks out there. August 2nd. We do have a July off this year, which is kind of nice for the series. Everybody can kind of settle down after the first blitz here. And then we pick back up in August 2nd. We're in South Sound Speedway. We actually have a possibility of 11